Hello there, ladies and gentlemen, Sigval here and welcome back to another video. In this one I'm going to show you some more fights from my main account, and I actually got a Kryptonite artifact for free, so we're going to get into that too in a second. First up we have a cleanup fight from Manta here, and I don't know why I did do this to myself, because she was in the range that I could easily one-shot her with Green Lantern in the team to kind of guarantee myself the combo interruption. But I didn't do that. I was like, nah, let's go all out, let's put a Bane in there, let's put the Just Like Flash. And it's not like Bane is doing that much for me. But nevertheless, we have Dark Mail cards Manta. Joker as Batwing's Manta will definitely do better for the most part, but I just wanted to use Dark Mail cards for some reason in this fight specifically, and yet again it's going to be most likely easily enough damage to one-shot, and yet again I don't think I did any mistakes here, because this is how it usually goes. When I have room, plenty of room to make mistakes, and if I make a mistake it's no big deal, because the fight can be salvaged and we can easily outdamage it, I play it flawlessly. When there's a clutch where I really need to play it perfectly, or I'll need to use one or two more teams if I fail to do so, I play like absolute garbage. But yeah, here we are going to have boss Firestorm, and while he was a nice punching bag for the secondary account, on the main account we're not gonna fool around and we're going to exterminate him in one fight. We have the Brainiac, Batman Gorilla Grodd and Batman Robin team. We have level 5 Kryptonite Spear on Brainiac, level 9 Beta Club on Grodd, and level 7 Kryptonite Ring on Robin. Of course, Beta Club is going to be the only artifact in this fight that will have an active role, let's say. The other ones will be there just for the passive stats. I mean, of course, I do not mind the healing from the Kryptonite Spear, for example, on Brainiac, but I don't really need it. So yeah, here Brainiac had 2 more lethal stacks. Honestly, tagging him in here was more of a mistake than anything, because for 2 lethal stacks I think we lost far more damage than we would have if we just kept Grodd in there, combo interrupt until the corner, and kill him at that point. I've been lazy there. I mean, not necessarily lazy, but it's very hard to combo interrupt when you end in 3 hits with Grodd. So here we got him in the corner, so we're just going to combo interrupt him. Not gonna do the infinite combo. Do the infinite combo when you can't combo interrupt, because combo interrupting will get more hits in there. Getting more hits in there gets your lethal attack damage higher, because you're proccing the Robin passive more efficiently and more constantly. And we're just going to do this until he dies from dot damage mainly. Our basic attack hits do a fair amount of damage too, but by comparison, the amounts of dot damage are definitely going to be the thing that's going to put this man down here. So yeah, there we go, Firestorm down, easy 2 billion damage, I mean almost 2 billion damage, around that benchmark, and it would have been still easily 2 billion damage if we had the health to spare. Now we're going to fight boss Supergirl here. On the secondary account she was a little bit of trouble, a little bit of an annoyance, but on this account it's going to be a far more smooth experience, because we do have Raven plus Kinflant's Aquaman, and we do have Beta Club on Kinflant's Aquaman. We have Sword of Sin on Raven, so we're going to be able to one-shot her and at the same time not allow her any window in which she can deal damage to us, because she doesn't have any power to do so. So basically all the mechanics that she has, because she does a lot of things when she uses specials like burning you, stunning you, all that's cancelled by the Sword of Sin. Dark Supergirl got cancelled, she's not allowed to do anything at this point. So King in there, special 2. Gonna back off a bit, into maybe another special 2. There we go. And look, if you're gonna make a point of this team is brain dead if you got Beta Club and Sword of Sin, yeah, you're kind of right about this. This team, for me at the very least, might be different for you. Maybe you have other teams that you really need to not think about the fights, and you really don't need to do well, to just not die in order to kill. But for me, this team, the Kinflant, Aquaman, Raven with Beta Club and Sword of Sin team, is the most brain-dead team I'm playing. I literally need no brain effort and no presence of IQ in order to pull this one off. Because no matter how bad I mess it up or how unoptimal I played, we're just going to overdamage by a ton. Like, look at this. There's 1 minute and 20 seconds left, and she doesn't have much left in the world herself. Just chilling there to see where the dot goes. There we go. she's sitting on 1 HP because the dot damage can't kill her. Right now we're going to chill a bit until it's at the very least the last minute of the fight, so that we can guarantee us a little bit of more safety against the unusual gameplay bug. Choose their special, and I'm going to use the Raven super move to take her out. And yeah, there we go. Dark Supergirl has been one-shot. And it's been a pretty easy one-shot, not gonna lie. And we got the Rise of Krypton artifact. Astro Harness. Is it a good artifact? Not really. Funny enough, when it released, not sure if that bug is present anymore, but when it released, there was a bug that made you have the possibility of getting banned when using this in CA because you would kill the enemy team so fast that the system would think you're hacking. And then if you got your account back, you'd still be reset to the first tier of Champions Arena. So honestly, I'm not too keen on using that. But on the bright side of things, this was a Rise of Krypton artifact I did not have on this account. It's not a LexCorp Warsuit, and I'd love to have that too on this account. But bro, for me it's not a big deal, right? Because I do have Beta Club. But imagine being an average player with close to no solid artifacts and you drop this. And at first you're happy, oh wow, it's a green thing. Worst case scenario, it's more green materials. And then you realize, oh damn, this might have also have been Beta Club. And if I'm not wrong, not 100% sure on this one, I think this is the same tier of required materials to upgrade and passive stats as the Beta Club, and if that's the case, there's a very high possibility that they have the same drop rates. So in theory, I got Beta Club level of lucky, but just with the wrong thing, which again for me is not really relevant. For other people might have sucked. Here we have Peasant Collapse against the boss Batman. And we have Sword of Salvation here in order to allow us some smooth gameplay. The downside of that is that we're going to literally have no HP. And we're going to eventually die from blocking hits, but that's just the way life goes. So we're going to try to make the best of it until that happens. Second time going into Dark Knight form, and we're already not dealing any percentage hull damage. Like, not at all. And at this point here, I could have easily died, and it would not have impacted the fight in any way, shape or form. But as usual, when it does not matter for me to play well, boy, I'm gonna play very, very well. Because when it matters, I'm gonna mess it up. Here we go. I'm gonna literally play this flawlessly until I die to combo interrupting his hits, because there's not enough health left to be blocked. But yeah. Boss Batman is, I mean, not really a joke, because I can't straight up one-shot. It's possible with Mr. Freeze Raven. My Mr. Freeze Raven are strong enough on this account for me to do that. Yeah, died to combo interruption there. But yeah, it's definitely possible to one-shot him with that. But even for the average player, it's going to be far easier now that you got Nora Snow Globe, you got Deathstroke, you got Batman Class. Like, back in the day, you would have to struggle with just spamming King with third specials here. That's the only thing that did any damage. And you would use all the rest of your team in other places against the other sub-bosses, and then by the time you finish all the other sub-bosses with the rest of your team, you'd go back to this dude and you'd be like, well, he's still half HP. We might as well use the Batman Ninja team against a crit and lethal resistant opponent, because all the rest of the bosses are dead. And you didn't even have Dark Bell cards at that point, so you're just hitting at the brick wall. And you're hitting with fear, because if he's not dead by the time this already expires, you'll have to do it all over again. But yeah, now it's a far better scenario here. F Power Girl there, just because she was simply not used with any other things by the time this was the last pip, so she was not needed anywhere else, and I was like, okay, we might as well squeeze her in there, put an artifact on her so we give Deathstroke slightly higher passive stats. Sadly, the clones do not get affected by her passive, and this clone will not do much because it doesn't have the energy to do much, and I'll get by default tagged out, sadly. That was simply as far as that clone went. Our SP2 in there. Combo interrupt again, trying to push him in the corner. Our second special there. And yeah, that was the 6 mil, so I think it was the last one. Yes, it was the last percentage held one. But I'm gonna keep going for a bit. At this point, I think I wanted to go below 1 minute. Because if we go... But yeah, I failed to combo interrupt. wanted to go below 1 minute because if I managed to go below 1 minute, then we would have had a little bit more power generation for the clone, and maybe in the absolute best case scenario we would have gotten 3 second specials in there. But yeah, we actually managed to do it. It doesn't get better than that. Simply the animation is not fast enough for it to get better than that. So the second clone literally got the best of life. First one not so much, because it didn't have much time to do so. And here we're going to end the video on a little bit of a benchmark. The benchmark boss over here, the boss Black Adam for League of Anarchy. I have no class advantage or disadvantage against him. He is not immune to stun, and he does not have any modifiers to allow him to reduce my damage in any way, shape or form. So yeah, this is as far as I can push my League of Anarchy in Rise of Krypton. And it's going to be, I think, a high enough amount. The only soul raid where I'm able to significantly push my League of Anarchy harder than in the other soul raids it's Dark Knight soul raids, and that is mainly because the artifact on Harley, which is Dark Metal cards, is going to also give me passive stats there. By the way, level 6 Dark Metal cards on Harley, if you're wondering, and for the passive stats, the level 8 Beta Club on Arkham Knight Batman and the level 5 Kryptonite Spear on EPI. And you can see that we're dealing a lot of dot damage with the Beta Club. There we go, 1.5k, 1.2k, 700. But yeah, well being said, thank you so much for watching, thanks so much for being here. If you liked the video, I would appreciate if you would like it. Dislike it if you disliked it, and leave a comment down below letting me know where you are at in Rise of Krypton currently, and if you think you're going to finish in a comfortable spot or you're going to be left struggling next time it comes back up. But yeah, that was it for this one. Yet again, thanks so much for watching, and goodbye.